Next on Dateline, a Keith Morrison special investigation. Real-life crimes and stories of real people in bad situations. Hello everyone, I'm Keith Morrison, and today we'll be investigating the mystery of the dead life scientist. Anna Garcia was your everyday, ordinary, 20-year-old, 135-pound, 5'6" undergraduate college student that worked at this particular science building. Just a normal girl living in a normal world. Until now. Because she's dead now. You may be wondering, what was Anna Garcia doing before her terrible, gruesome murder? Well, we interviewed digital evidence analyst Carly Morgenstern to find out. Carly, tell us what Anna Garcia was doing before she died, suddenly and unexpectedly. Right, well, the day before she died, she went on a lunch date with her boyfriend. Romantic. Sure. Anyway, at 2 p.m., she went to soccer practice and ran into one of her teammates. That could have created some tension between them. And yeah, she got a huge bruise from it. And then she died? No, she went to study with some blonde nerd at 6 p.m. I don't know why though, I'm pretty sure they hated each other. Hated each other with a burning, murderous passion. Anyway, after that, she went to do some work in the Gentry Life Science building, and then she died. Yes, sometime after 9 p.m. she died. Amazing. Carly, tell me, how do you know all this? Literally, she posted it on her story. Thanks to Carly Morgenstern, we now know that Anna Garcia loved soccer, liked lunch dates, and hated blonde nerds. We also know that at some time after 9 p.m. she died. She died gruesomely and terribly in the Gentry Life Science building. Let's take a look at the scene of the crime. When I arrived on the scene, I immediately thought,
Yep, that's a dead body. Not how I'd expected to spend my Wednesday morning.
But didn't somebody tell you about the murder before you arrived on the scene?
Oh, yeah. Anyway, when I walked into that room, there was an overturned chair and an empty orange juice container on the floor and blood everywhere. And by everywhere, I mean on a small portion of the table, on the floor, under the table, and on the body.
This, of course, was collected as evidence, along with 2 pills, a beaker, a footprint, a mysterious note, 2 fingerprints, Anna Garcia's cellular telephone, a piece of hair that's invisible to the naked eye, some bugs eating away at her dead body, and the empty orange juice container I mentioned previously. Were you disappointed that the orange juice container was empty?
Oh, I sure was.
You could have had some orange juice for breakfast.
I could have had some orange juice for breakfast.
It's a cruel world we're living in.
Now, let's meet our persons of interest.
First, Taylor Diaz, the friend, the guy that found and reported Anna Garcia's murder. Next, Dominique Hall, the classmate, the intellectual rival, that blonde nerd that Anna Garcia studied with for no reason. Then, Sam Green, the teammate that gave Anna a nasty bruise. Redheads, am I right? Then, Dr. Elsie Opal, the 50-year-old professor, a skinnier version of Granny Norma from the Lorax. And finally, Eric Piedmont, Anna's boyfriend.
Each one of these persons of interest was hooked up to a lie detector and asked directly, "Did you kill Anna?" Who lied? Who told the truth? Let's ask polygamist Ronnie Lala for more information.
Well, I'm a polygrapher, not right. So, which one of our suspects is a liar, pants on fire? Well, based on heart rates, breathing rates, and skin conductivity, I'd have to say that both Eric Piedmont and Dominique Hall lied during their polygraph. Interesting. And the polygon told you this? The polygraph, yes. The other suspects are trustworthy because their vital signs throughout the test were consistent with their baseline. I don't know what any of that means. Just Dominique and Eric are suspicious. Eric's breathing rate picked up when he said he didn't kill Anna, and Dominique held her breath before saying she got along well with Anna. They could have been lying. You must be the police department's finest polytheist. Well, I'm Jewish, so. But Polly Pocket wouldn't be enough to convict a murderer. We needed a forensic scientist. We'll interview Katie Stewart after this commercial break. Hey, I'm the coroner, and I'm here to say I can identify time of death any time of the day. First, I take the temp, and if it's warm, I say this person must have died earlier today. Unless it's 90 degrees, no summer breeze outside, then the temp won't tell me how this person died. I move on to step 2, examine the bugs. I'm not talking butterflies, bees, or slugs. Beetles, maggots, coffin flies, they punctually appear after someone dies. They're a dermestid larvae living here. This person has been dead for a 12th of a year. That's 1 month. 1 month. And when I've told you when, I'll start working on why, because everyone wants to know, how did she die? Violence, injury, poison or not, an accident, or a murderous plot. And if you don't know, now you know. I'm the coroner. These are literally the exact steps we need to take to identify Anna's cause of death. I swear, it's time like these when I feel like my phone's listening to me. Out of the 2 fingerprints at the crime scene, the one on the beaker was Anna's and the one on the note was Eric's. Are you saying that Eric was, in fact, at the scene of the crime? I believe so, yes, because we also found that the medulla and color of the hair found at the crime scene matched the medulla and color of Eric Piedmont's hair. Oh no. And the blood? What about the blood? Whose is it? Yeah, it's Anna Garcia's. Did you run a DNA test? I mean, no, but it's obvious, isn't it? She fell, hit her head on the table, and then...
Hi, I'm Simon, the blood spatter analyst, and I analyze blood. Some say that I'm the bloody best.
What is happening? Hello everyone, today we're gonna analyze some blood. Thanks to the Kastle-Meyer test that my friend Katie ran on the blood samples. Okay, let's get 2 things straight. 1, I did not use the Kastle-Meyer test. I used an agglutination test. And 2, I'm not friends with Simon. I hate that guy. We now know that all the blood found at the crime scene is type A, which means it either belongs to Eric Piedmont, Dominique Hall, or Anna Garcia. And are you going to figure out whose it is? No. Today, I'll be answering a question that nobody asked. From where did the blood fall?
It fell from the table.
Oh, but you can't be sure without a little. Blood spatter analysis.
You got to do the spatter. You got to do the spatters just right. And check it out, guys. It's pretty crazy. You got to do the measurements. Oh my god, it's raining blood. I am the best. Simon out.
And after all of that, we now know that the blood did fall from the table. There. Oh, Keith, come back. It's not that bad. It's not terrible. I told you it fell from the table! Keith, I'm sorry.
Simon told me that the blood drops from the crime scene could only have a 10mm diameter if they had fallen from 80 centimeters high. The table was 80 centimeters high, but because I have eyes, I already knew that the blood droplets fell from the table.
Anyway, while Simon was doing that, Katie Stewart ran that DNA test I asked for. The blood was Anna Garcia's. Those gel electrophoresis don't lie. And I just found some pretty questionable text messages. Hey, you have a sec? Wanted to talk about something that's been bothering me. Hey, sorry if I made you mad at lunch yesterday. Eric is seeming more and more suspicious. It's always the boyfriend. Interesting. While we don't know exactly what happened to Anna, we do know one thing. She was murdered. I mean, this story wouldn't be on Dateline if she hadn't been murdered. Thanks to matching minutiae and medullas, we can place Eric Piedmont at the scene of the crime. And his text messages show that he had reason to be angry. Was it a simple push or a poison? But there are just so many unanswered questions. Like, when did Anna die exactly? Will the bugs on her dead body tell us? And what was written in that note? What was in that beaker? Poison? Why was the orange juice container empty? And whose footprint was at the scene of the crime? We can't solve this case without the answers to these questions. And one more thing before commercial break. Police Commissioner, if you're wondering how all of us here at Dateline got the details of this case before you did, don't worry about it. We'll be back after this commercial break.